Hello, my name is Samantha Peralty, and 1 week ago today I became a living kidney donor. I'd like to talk to you about my experience in case you're researching the process, or maybe you've already decided and you've already begun the process for yourself. The very first thing that you must do is contact the recipient's transplant coordinator. They will give you information, also give you documents that need to be filled out, signed, and returned. After that, they'll set up an appointment for blood work. That initial blood work is to determine your blood type and your tissue typing, which yours must match the recipient's if you're going to be a donor. After that, there will be numerous blood tests and other tests, as well as meetings. It's going to take about 6 months, give or take, to get that whole process completed. You will have to do a 24-hour urine test, a 3-day stool test, blood pressure readings, a primary care visit, an x-ray to make sure you really have 2 kidneys, because some people are born with only 1, which would mean you would not be able to donate. You'll have to do a CAT scan with dye to map out where your veins and organs and where everything is in place. Everybody looks different on the outside, and they also look different on the inside. Most of the time they will take the left kidney, since it's easier to get to because the right kidney has the liver next to it. You'll also have an EKG. After all of those tests come back, if everything looks fine, you will have a meeting with the nephrologist, surgeon, psychologist, social worker, and transplant coordinator. They will all give you different information, but just so you know, they will let you know that this is totally voluntary, that you can stop this at any time, and you won't have to tell the recipient or your family. They will let them know there was a medical issue that inhibited you from donating. Also, they'll let you know there is no compensation at all for doing this. It's actually illegal to get paid to give a kidney. They will also ask you about your family history. They'll ask you if you've thought about taking time off work, about having someone help you with your children, about someone helping you with the recovery process while you're at home. They want to make sure that you've thought about everything, and then there's not going to be any financial burdens or stress on you for deciding to do this. When everything comes back, all the tests and all the notes and everything from the visits, there will be a transplant committee that will meet, and they will decide if 1, you're healthy enough to actually go through the surgery, and 2, that you're a good candidate as far as your family health goes, and 3, that this is not going to be a burden or stress on you if you do this, and 4, that this will actually help and benefit the recipient. I got the news on July 1st, 2010 that I was approved to be a donor. We set the surgery date for August 2nd, 2010 at Johns Hopkins Hospital. Before the surgery, you will have a pre-op appointment and more blood work to check for different antigens and antibodies. My surgeon was Dr. Segev, and my uncle's was Dr. Montgomery. I arrived at Johns Hopkins Hospital on August 2nd, 2010 at 5:30 a.m. The surgery was scheduled for 7:30 a.m. The surgery takes about 4 hours. It is laparoscopic, which means they do 3 punctures that will be for the camera and instruments. They blow your stomach up with air, and then they make an incision about 4 to 6 inches long that is on your pubic or pelvic area, and that's where the kidney actually comes from. When I woke up from the surgery in the recovery room, my mouth and lips and throat were very dry because they do put a tube down your throat. I wanted water, but they wouldn't give me any to drink. They would swab my mouth with sort of a sponge to get a little bit of comfort in there. I asked how my uncle was doing, and everyone said he was fine, and the transplant went just like the textbook says it should. I also got to see my husband. When I got wheeled up into my room, I was in the Marburg Pavilion of Johns Hopkins Hospital, which is very nice. They treated me very well, and it was very much like a 5-star hotel. There wasn't a lot of pain. I would say it's more discomfort with all the gas and the bloating. I'm 4'11" and 118 pounds, and I didn't need any of the medication from the morphine drip or the oxycodone. They do encourage you to get up and walk and drink plenty of fluids as soon as you can. I was able to walk that first day after the surgery. You do have a catheter in and an IV with fluids that you'll have to carry around. but every day it got a little bit easier. The catheter came out, you got to eat regular foods, your bowels and your intestines eventually started to move so you could start to pass the gas and to start to burp, and that will give you a lot of comfort as well. I got to leave the hospital on Thursday, and that day I felt pretty much totally fine. There wasn't pain. I only really felt it if I went to bend over or to get up or get out of the bed or in and out of the vehicle. Besides that, I felt like I looked normal and I felt normal. I took 2 weeks off of my job, and I think that was enough. You can resume your normal activities within a 2 to 6 week period. There's just no heavy lifting more than 5 or 10 pounds because you could get a hernia. I just want to let you know that it's been 1 week and I have no regrets. I would do this again in an instant if I could. And I just want to let you know that if you know someone in your family, a friend, someone at your job, your school, your church, wherever it is, if you know someone that's on dialysis or getting ready to start dialysis because their kidneys do not function properly, then I think you should definitely get tested. You don't want something to happen to that person and then you're always wondering, what if I could have done something different? What if I was a match? What if I would have went through the transplant process? It does make a difference. It gives them a whole new lease on life, and it's not going to affect your life. You can continue to do the same activities that you did before, and it does not shorten your lifespan. It was something that I knew I wanted to do, and when everything started going smoothly and all the test results started coming back fine, I knew it was meant to be, and I wasn't worried or anxious about it at all. If for some reason you're not healthy enough to be a live donor, then the least that you can do is sign up to be an organ and tissue donor at the MVA. Please contact me via this YouTube video or look me up on Facebook. My last name is Perouty, P-E-R-O-U-T-Y, first name Samantha. Please contact me with any questions or if you need any insight or my opinion on anything. I'm definitely here to help,